Welcome back. You're watching live from Paris on France 24. It's time now for Media Watch with none other than James Creedon. Here he is.
Good evening indeed, Laura.
Hi there, James. Good to see you again. Now,
Likewise.
Politics hitting a new low here in France, really. The Defence Minister has actually... He's done it. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He's compared the socialist leader to the captain of that sinking ship, a tragedy that is still going on.
It was a very, very tasteless comment, and it shows the level, the depths to which this campaign has sunk, really. I suppose that's another bad image. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'll get straight into the facts here. Let's have a look at Gérard Longuet making this comment on LCI, which is a rolling news channel this morning. He basically said, there are some who captain their ships and, you know, weather those ships through storms, others who go a little bit too close to the coast and hit reefs. And this is an allusion to debt and policy towards debt. And people are saying, look, how tasteless can you be? There were 6 deaths in this accident. The boat is still sinking. There are people missing. Let's have a look online at what some of the reaction has been. Now, over at the Nouvel Observateur, they actually found a picture of François Hollande captaining a ship, very convenient for the people in that particular newsroom. That was down in the port of Marseille.
Who are these people?
I don't know. And here's Gérard Longuet, the man who made that statement. Obviously, lots of reaction online as well on Twitter. François Hollande's spokesperson said that this is tasteless, outrageous, extremely disrespectful with regard to the victims of the Costa Concordia. Others are saying that this is a new low. Do you know what? I haven't actually checked if he's apologised yet. There have been massive amounts of huge calls on him to apologise, and indeed Manuel Valls saying there that he has to apologise, and others saying that, you know, it's pathetic and that the political right in France is sinking to new lows here, as opposed to François Hollande. So look, a very unpopular comment. And if we have a look at Le Monde briefly, they're saying that French democracy has been downgraded by this campaign, this political campaign for the 2012 presidency, which has been extremely dirty. Last week they were talking about how François Hollande, if he won, France would be in a sort of a state of war.
The Eiffel Tower would be destroyed.
This is it. It's just what they're trying to do is I suppose, conjure up an image of utter disaster should François Hollande be elected. He's the captain of a sinking ship.
And François Hollande,
he would bring a situation of war to the country. You know,
unrest. And François Hollande has hit back at that, hasn't he? Saying, look, you know, you're the guy that's been in charge for the past 5 years.
That's right.
Stop the scaremongering.
Absolutely.
All right. Staying with the Concordia disaster, then there have been comparisons made with the Titanic as well.
That's right. And I suppose a lot of people, when I was looking at this on Saturday evening, the main evening news, they were speaking to people who come off it and they were saying, look, it really was like the Titanic. This is an unfortunate irony, really. It's in the Swiss paper Le Tribune de Genève. Apparently, one couple, a Swiss couple who survived the incident, said that in one of the 5 restaurants on the boat, at the moment of the impact, what song was playing? Only My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion in Titanic. It gets weirder and weirder. Really bizarre coincidence. And that particular couple, apparently they got onto a lifeboat which also suffered a collision. So they just had a pretty horrendous experience between ironic theme songs and their lifeboat.
Awesome, absolutely terrifying stories coming from survivors from that disaster. All right, now let's talk a bit more about French politics, because Standard & Poor's has delivered nothing but bad news today, and also on Friday when France lost that AAA rating. Nicolas Sarkozy very unhappy about that. And also a new short film has come out about it.
That's right, and this is really odd. This came out a couple of months ago. It was put on the website of a film festival, a short film festival, less than 140 seconds. The whole idea is to imagine the future. So what this particular director by the name of Gilles Bandy did is he imagined what a future would look like if human beings were downgraded, if we had our own rating and if we were downgraded. So let's have a look at those pictures.
What do you think, James?
It's just 140 seconds long, but it imagines the year 2088, Laura. And so you have a woman coming home from work, completely exhausted, and I think we have the pictures somewhere if we take a look at them.
There we are.
She's GGG rated, right?
Oh, that's
so she
quite
comes
low,
home, from work, but the thing is, she actually is out of work, so she doesn't come home from work at all. She just comes home, and she's in her sitting room. There's some sort of a centralized computer system telling her, look, you've got €0 yuan left in your account, some sort of future currency.
Know that feeling.
Your fridge won't open. You know, she's just imagining she's being told what to do, that she needs to find a job, etc. And it's this sort of dystopian future where she risks being downgraded because her social utility is
having a puff to cheer herself up.
Exactly. So yeah, I suppose it's an interesting timing, because the result of that competition will be next Sunday, and I suppose it makes us think a little bit more about the whole nature of being rated in that way as a human being or even as a country.
It's all very Aldous Huxley, James.
It is indeed.
And quite depressing. And today is the most depressing day of the year, apparently.
It is indeed.
I feel quite chipper.
Blue Monday is, and you see, the thing is, a lot of people, every year this comes out, it's the third Monday of the year, and apparently because of finances, very poor after Christmas time, weather, usually not very good, although today was sunny in Paris.
Very nice in Paris.
And usually it's around this time that you've broken your New Year's resolutions for the first time. So based on all these indices...
Did you make any, James, very quickly?
I didn't, actually, this year. I just said no,
But
I'm not
that's
going to
the way
even
to do
try.
it, isn't it? Don't make any. You can't disappoint yourself. All right.
But before we go, I want to
Very
briefly
quickly.
say, a lot of people have been saying that this is PR. Every year this comes out, and it's to get people to book holidays. It's one. That's one of the
we see
ideas.
those big posters everywhere of the nice beaches, don't we?
So
don't
every
fall
year
for
the
it.
same old tune.
All right, James Creedon, many thanks indeed.
Thanks a lot.
It is time now for web news, and the makers of Barbie have a new bald doll aimed at cheering up cancer victims. Before that, though, yet more testimony of how an Arab League peace plan just isn't working in Syria.